Yo, what is going on, guys? You got your boy AA Ron220 here, bringing you guys my ICBA Week 2 game. We're playing against JB Westside this week, coach of the Arkansas Razorwinds. Wow, I don't know why, but I always know in my head immediately. I always tell myself it's Arkansas, but I always say Arkansas, and I don't know why. It's a bad habit, I know. But if you guys enjoy this video, make sure you cheek and dance your way on over to that like button. It appreciates you dancing all over it. Without further ado, though, let's just get right into it. So, JB's team, one of the things that I noticed was JB's team actually is really fairy weak, which is great, because guess how many fairies I have? I have 1, 2, 3, oh wait, I have 4 fairies this game, which is great, because his fairy switch-ins are Marowak and Metagross, and that's it. And I guess if you want to count Silvally as one, but Silvally's a bad Pokemon, so we don't count that. Even then, it's not guaranteed to be a fairy switch-in. So, on the more serious note. But, yeah, Metagross, though, is, like, his best fairy switch-in. And one of the great things is that both his fairy switch-ins are Ghost Week, which is phenomenal for Magirna this week. We have a Shuckleberry set with Shadow Ball, Shift Gear, Flare Cannon, and Calm Mind. I have Shift Gear just as a good way to outpace his team in general. I didn't want to necessarily rely on Trick Room because he does still have some solo options through things like Marowak, which could be very terrifying if it's under Trick Room versus me. I also think that he's going to be Web Bombi, which is fine, or Thunderwave Togekiss. I can actually see a combination of the two, specifically to better handle Magirna, which is fine, because I just shift gear spam versus both of them. Once I outpace, I just start claiming kills. I needed Flare Cannon sadly for damage output. I really wanted to run Dazzling Gleam because it would have been so nice to just spam versus his team, get the +1, and then never need to worry. However, I really did need Flare Cannon for rolls versus things like Bulky Drapion and Togekiss, so I had to go with it. 20 special attack is really all I need, is 2 KO everything at +1. His team really does not like handling this at all. The speed is to outpace Scarf Garchomp. I can just barely outpace it, but I do outpace, which is good. Shuckleberry is great because I can set up on things like the Mega Metagross, for example, even Garchomp to an extent. Yeah, his team really just doesn't like this Mon. To be fair, what team does? Next up, we have Shaman with leftovers. I have Seed Flare, Earth Power, Synthesis, and Leech Seed. The 252 HP plus 180 HP, well, 252 Fizz Depth plus 180 HP was my best way to overall take hits from the Mega Metagross. It was most efficient as well. 76 Speed will allow me to outpace, I believe it was to outpace... I'm not gonna lie, I forget what this was outpacing. I think it was, yeah, I forget what I was outpacing with this, I'm gonna be honest. Might have been... I genuinely don't remember. Oh well. Anyway though, I just remember I sped crept. I think it might have just been Togekiss, but I feel like that's way too slow of a number to outpace. I could always just open it up actually real quick. Let me check, because that was, I just remember being a really important speed creep on my team. So if you go to Wi-Fi, Jeff Leads here, this is the team. It hits 130. Oh, right, this was for, wow, I'm blanking hard. Oh, you know what it was? It was for Adamant Barbaracle. It was for Barbaracle creeping Nidoqueen. That's what it was. Because Nidoqueen, because the thing about Barbaracle is it could definitely be like an X-Scissor set that could definitely do a lot of damage to my Mon. It could also even be like Ice Beam if it's running a special Shell Smash set. I can at least take hits from Barbaracle really well, and I can just outpace it before it even gets a Shell Smash off to do a lot of damage to me, which is great because I keep this thing as healthy as possible. Because Barbaracle actually is a little bit of a matchup versus me. It's not the greatest, but I feel like it's sort of as a 7th Mon to where if JB just shifts his team a little bit from what I'm expecting, it could definitely fit really well and be very terrifying. Anyway, next up, we have Nidoqueen with a Shuckleberry. I have Earth Power, Sludge Wave, Stealth Rock, and Ice Beam with a Timid Nature. This is the Speed Creep out of Barbaracle. I felt like that he was going to just go for... it might have even been for Jolly Barbaracle. No, it was actually just to outpace Jolly Barbaracle. Because I felt like Barbaracle would arguably creep Modest Nidoqueen because it does have a really good matchup versus him in terms of damage output, which is really good. Sludge Wave, Earth Power, Ice Beam hits his team perfectly. He has only resist to that. Yeah, he doesn't have resist to that. Besides like maybe a Silvally typing. But even then, I don't know what Silvally typing takes all 3 of those. Rocks are great versus his team. His team is actually fairly rock weak between Marowak, Ribombee, Togekiss, and all of those I feel like actually would come. I think that arguably he brings his first 6. I think they just have a really good matchup. Maybe dropping Manaphy if anything. But I feel like Manaphy still is such a nuisance for my team to handle. At least this specific team to handle, I should say. I don't know about my draft in general, but it does handle the specific 6 I felt like I needed versus JB really well. I think he can just bring his first 6. Maybe Drapion as well could be a good Mon. As I mentioned before, Barbaracle does have a great matchup. I don't think the Eel comes. I think it has a really awful matchup. Silvally I think is a really awful matchup. Virizion I think is a horrible matchup to where like anything on my team can handle it, arguably. Besides like Primarina. But even then there are Primarinas that can handle it like Rindo. So like it literally is matchup over nothing on my team, I feel like. So Virizion is definitely benched. I think Savali is benched. I think Eel is benched. The other 8 I can see coming, with most likely being just the first 6, or maybe Drapion over Manaphy. But yeah, this really does handle at least those 8 really well. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Next up, I have Megalop. With an Adamant nature this week, I have High Jump Kick, Return, Ice Punch, and Quick Attack. Now, I run Adamant this week mainly as a way to... I guarantee you outpace Garchomp at the spread, which is... Well, actually, I guarantee outpace Metagross at the spread, my bad. Which is very great in terms of just damage output versus him. 252 Adamant will, after Rocks, guarantee a 2-hit KO every single mon on his entire roster, which is phenomenal. The reason I ran Adamant is because Ribombee is the only mon that will actually outpace me besides Scarfer. Scarfers, I wouldn't have outpaced any viable ones anyway. And Ribombee will always have Sash. It's pretty obvious it's going to be a Sash mon. And because of Shield Dust, or whatever the ability is, I'm pretty sure it's Shield Dust, it will not be flinched by Fake Out, which is why I Quick Attack instead. So because of this, it really didn't seem worth it to actually run a set that can outpace Ribombee. And plus, it's going to be a Suicide lead anyway, so I really don't care. I almost ran a Power Up Punch set because this team would not have switched into that. But the issue being is that I really need a Quick Attack in case he did have Webs up, and I need to pick something off. So we have Quick Attack Megalop. I feel like it's going to be a pretty nice matchup. We will see. He switches to the Suck, though, and he's going to need Webs, which will be very, very crucial for him. Next up, we have GLACEON. I'm bringing GLACEON. I know you guys probably are shocked I'm bringing it week 2, but I sort of... Let's face it, I hinted at it really heavily in my draft analysis that I was bringing it. So we have an ICBA set with Z-Hail. We have also Shadow Ball, Frost Breath, and Auroraville. Now, this set is really cool, actually, because I can guarantee outpace everything that's besides Ribombee on this team. Again, I didn't feel like Ribombee was worth creeping with this, especially for the damage output I would be missing if I did creep Ribombee. So I have a modest nature. This will guarantee outpace Mega Metagross. I can still chew hits from Ribombee to where I go for Z-Hail. He's going to click Webs turn 1. It's pretty obvious. I lead this, click Z-Hail, break his Sash already. I then go for Auroraville, so I can just chew everything really well. He will probably either switch into Metagross, or maybe even just go for him, like he'll just go for a Moonblast, which is fine. I then go for Frost Breath if the Ribombee is in, and I should kill between the 2 turns of Hail and their Frost Breath. Or he goes into Metagross, and I just click Shadow Ball, and Shadow Ball will do a ton to him. Even then, if he switches in on a Frost Breath, between that and Shadow Ball, there are rolls to kill, because if he swapped in and I did lead this, it would obviously be a pre-Mega Metagross switching in on a Frost Breath, which it does around a third too, which is actually really good for me. Because one of the great things about Frost Breath as well is if he does, in the off chance he actually goes with a Quiver Dance Ribombee, which isn't awful versus my team, but it definitely does struggle with a lot of things such as Primarina, Diancie, etc., even Glaceon to an extent. One of the great things is this will always guarantee crit, which is actually really nice. It sadly does have a little bit of a chance to miss, but it's essentially the same odds as I'm running High Jump Kick, and I'm running that this week as well, so I figured why not. But yeah, I think this is a really cool matchup though. I'm curious to see how it'll do. If it does even remotely well, I'm going to give it Thumbnail. Just because it realistically won't get Thumbnail again this season. So if it does even remotely well, you'll see it in the Thumbnail. Whether it gets 1 kill, half a kill, almost gets a kill, as long as it does something worth doing, I'm going to give it Thumbnail. If obviously it leads off as Mega Metagross, and I need to then sack it later on because I don't have good solutions, then it's not going to get it. But if it does even something, I'm going to give it Thumbnail, because go Glaceon. But yeah, next up, and finally, we have Honchkrow this week with the Life Orb. I have Brave Bird, Sucker Punch, Haze, and Roost. I arguably should have brought Defog in the spread, I'm going to be honest. I probably should have brought it over Haze. Haze is literally here if I needed Sack versus Manaphy or Garchomp. But again, like, why? In general, though, Brave Bird does actually do a lot of damage to Mega Metagross, to where Shadow Ball from Glaceon plus Brave Bird will always take it out. So even if he does want to go for maybe an Agility on a potential Sucker Punch turn, and Scout if I have it, or if maybe he wants to just go for like a Home Claws, I can just avoid the shenanigans. And also, not only that, but he can also just go for a Bullet Punch versus me as well, which is a great way to get around my Sucker Punch, because I will obviously not outpace that. And if he goes for like a setup move, like Home Claws, and then just starts spamming Bullet Punch, he's gonna obviously kill me before I kill him. Whereas Brave Bird plus Shadow Ball from Glaceon will always kill Metagross, unless he's like a really defensive set, which in that case, why? Because offensive wrecks my team overall. So my ways around Metagross this week, believe it or not, are a Brave Bird Honchkrow, not Sucker Punch, Brave Bird Honchkrow plus Glaceon, because why not? So we're gonna see how we do this week. I think that my team is a little bit shaky, but I kind of wanted to stunt, to be honest. So I could have obviously brought something safer over Glaceon, but like it had such a fun matchup, and having to do something, especially so much versus the Mega Metagross of all things, I think it'll be pretty funny. So whether I win or lose, I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this game, and without further ado, let's just get right into the game. Without further ado, let's get right into the game. So you brought... Ooh, okay, this is pretty... I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit shocked to see no Manaphy, but the rest I think I sort of expected. Marowak makes sense. He has Togekiss, Mega Metagross at Metagross site with Tough Claws. He has Ribombee. I'll say, like, the rest were, like, all mons that I sort of expected, with Marowak being, like, the 7th mon. But in general, though, I thought that he would, I genuinely thought he would have brought the Manaphy, because Manaphy actually did so much for my team with just mono water. But, like, once Shaman was gone, he wrecked it. Yes, Matt, there is an Aki on this team. I had to bring Aki. Aki is amazing. Hey, Randy, how are you doing tonight? Let's see. So, in terms of his team, let's see. Cal, Arc. There we go. Okay, so his lead is obviously Ribombee. I'm going to do what I did in every one of my mocks because I feel like it's the safest play. I'm going to lead off with Glaceon. Literally, unless he needs a Marowak, I should be fine. And if he needs Marowak, I mean, I'm kind of fucked. But I think that he's going to lead off with Ribombee. So, lead off with Glaceon turn 1 does allow me a lot of opportunities. Randy, I'm not going to lose. Grr. I'm bringing Glaceon. There you go. That's much better. I'm bringing Glaceon. That's a win con this week. If I get Veil Up, surprisingly, you guys might not be aware of this, but with Veil Up, I can actually live a Meteor Mash from Mega Metagross, believe it or not, with my Glaceon. So, I'm kind of hyped for that. So, I'm looking forward to it. I think this will be a very interesting game for JB, of course. I've never played JB. I've seen him play a lot, like in BBL. So, I'm very much looking forward to it. So, I'm going to lead off with Glaceon, of course. As he's going to lead off with Pinky, that is probably his Ribombee. Yep, Ribombee. Perfect. So, this will be very nice, of course. My play literally is just a Z-Hail turn 1. It's my only play. This will... he's obviously going to go hard Metagross here. It's pretty obvious. If not, then it's only better for me, to be honest. Whether he just straight on attacks, no matter what he does, it is better for me if... Yep. Perfect. Sticky Web. I could care less about Sticky Webs this game. I have so much counterplay to it. I'd argue I'm more annoyed if he goes for, let's say, like, Thunderwave Togekiss. I've seen it in a couple mocks. I've seen it in every mock, actually. For some reason, everyone wants to bring Thunderwave Togekiss from my Magearna, because Shift Gear Magearna must be that obvious. Luckily, though, with our Z-Hail, we actually... I messaged Johnny about this just to make sure beforehand. We were allowed to run Snow Cloak as well with this, so it's going to be very interesting to see him actually try and hit me. If I click Frost Breath here, that... no matter if he switches out into Metagross or not, that should help me get a ton of damage off on him. Whether, like, this will put him in range of Shadow Ball, actually, depending on rolls. But if he stays in, I can still live a hit from Ribombee very well with my Spadef, because I just have natural good Spadef on Glaceon. And this plus Hail should kill him in a couple turns, depending on rolls. So I'm looking forward to, of course, just killing the Ribombee off really quick. And then I could just force him to defog later on, or just keep up rocks on his end. Because he would be far more hurt by rocks on his end than I would be by webs on mine. Because Lop still dents things like the Marowak really easily. It still dents the Drapion really easily. I can still take a hit, at least, if I need to pick off something specific. So, I know he's also probably prepping as if I am Jolly Megalop when I'm Adamant, so that will help me a lot as well. So, I'm curious to see what he's going to do. His switches this really suck, especially since he doesn't have Manaphy. That's another reason I thought Manaphy had to come, was because it's one of his only Glaceon switches, actually. So, as you can see here, this is going to pretty much kill. Depending on how bulky he is, it might actually kill. Alright, so that was a crit. Yeah, it's guaranteed to crit. Yep, and there is our Snow Warning popping off. And we killed another turn of Hail, if I'm not mistaken. And we also know that we outspeed, which is actually really cool. He must be a really slow Ribombee then. So I'm going to click Veil here. I think Veil is pretty good. I'm glad to see that this is already paying off. I had to. After the Confuse Ray last night on Goldoa stream, I had to step it up. So I had to go for it. You know, I had to do it to him. Against a Metagross team, I had to bring my Glaceon of all times. I'm sure JB was not expecting it. I do not blame him if he underprepped this. I would have underprepped this if I was in his scenario. But it does a lot. This does also give me Veil now for 5 turns, which is great. Hey, Nacho. You just wish you had as much skill to run this? This is gonna do like nothing. Yep, perfect. He has, however, put me in range of Meteor Mash, which is unfortunate, from Metagross, which is actually very unfortunate. But it's fine, because I'll have a Veil. And so when he obviously goes Mega Metagross here, I'm going to click Shadow Ball. I have Shadow Ball as my last move, Randy. So it 2 kills Mega Metagross guaranteed. It does, I believe, around 60%. Assuming that he has 76 in Spadef, which is what would be left over from him speed creeping my team, being my Shaman and my Adamant, and, well, Jolly Entei. That would leave him with 76 left, so if you put that into Spadef, at best, he only takes like 60-something% from my Glaceon, which is really nice damage. That's amazing damage to get off of the Mega Metagross, and I'll have Veil up too. So if he clicks like Bullet Punch trying to predict, He won't kill, obviously. He's going to take more hail turns. Yep, Mega Metagross. Perfect. So I will guarantee outpace this, obviously. If he tries to set up here, that's fine by me. I could care less. So the question is, what is he going to go for? Because my guess is Meteor Mesh. He might also try and set up, which in that case he would die. Because Bullet Punch, even at +1, wouldn't kill me. If he goes for, like, Home Claws. If he goes for Rock Polish, he's still just going to take more hail turns. So, well, actually, not necessarily more hail turns, but he'll just be wasting turns in general, I guess. So, it won't really change any outcomes. So, Shadow Ball will go off, of course. As we can see, this will do a lot of damage. Yep, told you, around like 60%. That was probably just like a mid-roll for what I was expecting. Yep, Meteor Mash kills. That was to be expected. GLACEON did his job. It was literally just meant to be an anti-lead versus Rabombi. So, 1-0 for Mega Metagross, and it has Meteor Mash. That is good to know. Okay, perfect. So, in terms of what I bring in next, I think that my play is literally to just go Honchkrow, because I can get a free Sucker Punch off versus this. No, actually, no. My play is to go for the Brave Bird, because after Hail, I should be able to kill. This will also ensure that just in case if he tries to switch out, which he switches to a Brave Bird suck, and also if he clicks Bullet Punch just to avoid Sucker Punch damage, this will help a lot. Brave Bird, I know, nails him for a fair amount. I believe just a quarter, if I'm not mistaken. He's going to go for sub. Perfect. I'm glad I did this. This should break the sub, if I'm not mistaken. He needs to be pretty defensive to live the Brave Bird, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least to keep a sub behind it. Yep, sub baited. Alright, just want to make sure. So, yeah, Honchkrow is looking pretty good here, not going to lie. I'm just going to click Brave Bird again, because I do still have Veil up for another turn. He cannot kill me. I can kill him back. And then I get a free Sucker Punch off versus whatever wants to come in next. So I'll take it. Honchkrow's going in. This is Honchkrow's time. Actually, this will be very nice, though. Having this at +1 of all things. Well, having this +1 when he doesn't have, like, Manaphy, for example. If Togekiss comes in, he would need to be a fairly fast Togekiss. Bullet Punch goes off. Yep, that's expected. And I kill it with Brave Bird. Okay, perfect. Mega Metagross is gone. And people say this thing is broken. I mean, it's broken compared to, like, normal draft, but... it's not broken in S tiers. Honchkrow can take it out of all things. With Brave Bird. Honchkrow plus Glaceon Core actually was what I used to take down Mega Metagross this week. That's brilliant. I had a Nidoqueen there. I had a Shaman there that was Fizz Def for it. But I defeat it with Honchkrow plus Glaceon. And I didn't even click a Dark move with Honchkrow. That's fucking great. Honchkrow's probably going to get thumbnail this week if it does well. I'm impressed already. They really are. Obviously, like, hello? Have you ever read a Smogon description for Mega Metagross? People recommend bringing both Glaceon with Veil and also Honchkrow. That's just the standard. Hi, Frostigar. How are you doing tonight? But yeah, so I think that Honchkrow actually put us in a really good position here. His switch into this suck. Marowak obviously will die to a Sucker Punch at +1. Garchomp, I believe I could just Sucker Punch at +1 and kill. I'm sure that I'm sure that Garchomp cannot take this plus quick attack to make a lot. Garchomp. So in case if he does try and like, see, he takes a fair amount from this actually. Yep, Drapion comes in. That's fine. That was probably arguably his best play here. I'm just gonna go for how much does Drapion actually do to me? So Drapion actually wouldn't do shit to me. I am gonna just go for a Roost, to be honest. If he tries to go for a Toxic, that's fine. I think my best play would be just clicking Roost here. If he he shouldn't be able to 2-KO me. Well, he shouldn't be able to OHKO me guaranteed. Unless he gets like a really fucking godly roll. Oh, so that's a crit. Damn. It'd be like that. I was like, he would have needed to put into perspective. He would need to get a mid roll with Band. So in case if this is Band, I think my best play is to go out into Magearna. We didn't see an item on this, obviously. If I get to +1, I should be good versus his team. So I'm just gonna go into Magearna here. Because if this is banned, he actually just fucked himself over by clicking this. And if it's not banned, then he's not gonna do shit for damage with Earthquake. Because to put in perspective, non-banded, like if he's just leftovers, he's peaking at 29%. I can live 2 of those. So I play the Shift Gear here real quick, and then I'm gonna Calm Mind once, and then go for game. I think it's almost guaranteed no matter what he goes into. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for that. Because I only need Flare Cannon for the Togekiss and for the Garchomp. And versus the Togekiss at the very least, I can always just go for Calm Minds. Yep, that's fine. He shouldn't be doing shit to me. If he's banded, well, he's definitely not banded. So we know that for a fact. He did from 161 to 107. That should be 54, if I'm not mistaken. So Shuck Berry is popped. So at most, for my leftover set, he would so I had Shuck Berry still. So even if I took 48, let's say, that would be... Oh, he's Belt. He's definitely Expert Belt. Either that or he's Adamant. I'm just going to go for the Flare Cannon just in case. Because I'm not risking. This at least picks a kill right here. He wouldn't need to necessarily be, like, very lucky, but he needs to be at least somewhat lucky to live that. Yep, okay. So, we got like a Mineral is fairly bulky, which is fine. I mean, if he's Adamant, then that would explain why he took it so well. Well, why he did so much, and then is going to kill us. Yep, okay, so he's definitely Adamant. That's fine. Alright, well, Magearna broke this thing enough. This is probably Belt as well, which is fine. My play is definitely going to Lop and then click Quick Attack. Because with Scrappy, I should be fine no matter what. Randy, I'm going to be fine. His Lop shouldn't suck. I should be good in terms of just claiming stuff with Lop. Even then, I do still have my Shucka Queen as well. And Shucka Queen can still handle pretty much everything at this point. No, Protean Current is not better than Magearna. Quit lying, Matt. Always fucking something with you, man. Damn. Alright, well, I do get a free Quick Attack here, though. If he really wants to try and switch... Yep, I would say there's definitely no reason to switch. Alright, well, you know what, Matt? Grr. Alright, well, Drapion is dead now, so he just has Garchomp, Togekiss, and Marowak. He's probably going to go Togekiss here, which is fine. I don't overly care. In terms of Togekiss, he would need to have at least some speed investment. To outpace, to put into perspective, he would need... I believe he would need at least... He definitely needs some investment to outpace. He would need to hit 120. He would need 156 at least. So if he's at 148, he's at least risking a speed tie, and that's assuming he's not a plus speed nature. Colgate, that's definitely Togekiss. Yep. Alright, well, my return should be doing a fair amount. So I'm just going to click that. His Air Slash should not kill guaranteed. So I'm just going to take it that as I will. Air Slash, that is fine. He does outpace, so he's either Scarfed or he's... Yep, that's fine. And we get flinched. Okay. Well, it's fine. I'm going to get some chip and go for a Quick Attack. There's only so much I can really do about it. Serene Grace Togekiss trying to flinch me out. And there's not exactly a lot that I can do about that. Especially with webs up. Togekiss 1-0. Alright. So I just need Nidoqueen to not flinch out. So we know it's at least not Scarfed. That's good. I think that Miku can still win late game. I just do need to take out his Togekiss first before Miku can win. Because between Garchomp and Marowak, I think that I can kill it? Question mark? Probably not. Actually, no. It's going to be a little bit of a pain, not going to lie. I don't think I can win, but I'll see what I can do. I definitely do have to go for Rocks. No, I definitely have to go for Sludge Wave first. I need to kill this thing before it actually just flinches me to death. Because if I did go for Rocks here and then got flinched out the rest, I would be fucked. Okay, so he is going to switch out. Alright. Toolshed, that's Marowak. Alright, that's actually great for us. So, in terms of Marowak, Cursed Body, that's fine. I'm actually really glad for that. So I'm going to go for Earth Power here. I sort of have to. Luckily, I do still have Ice Beam for the Togekiss. But it's going to be a little bit of a bumpy road. Hell no. You said you had $100 on me, Randy. Why are you trying to get me to throw the game? SMH. Always with you, bad players. Earth Power goes off. Luckily, we outpace. And we kill. Okay, thank God. I was saying if that didn't kill, I would be annoyed. Marowak. Alright, he's dead. So Nidoqueen might actually still win this. That is true. I do still have Miku on my side. Nidoqueen 1-0. Garchomp, perfect. Okay. So this isn't Yachi Berry. I think I can still win this. I'm gonna go for Ice Beam here real quick. And then I just have to hope and pray versus the Togekiss. I could have also went into Shaman, but the issue being more so is if he goes for SD here, and then I'd be fucked. Or if he pops a Z move like this. Yep, this is, I believe, Ground EMZ if I'm not mistaken. So, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure if I can live this. Like, I know it wasn't Dragon at least. Yep, Ground EMZ versus Garchomp. Pretty sure I can take at least one. Barely, but I'm pretty sure I can take it. It's a roll. Yep, and I live. Okay. Now. Yeah, I'm Shuka. And then now, it's literally gonna come down to Shaman. Because Nidoqueen obviously can't, yeah, I figured there's a small chance he was able to live that. He needs to be pretty bulky, but he was able to, of course. Garchomp 1-0. Nidoqueen 1-1. I mean, at the very least, it was far closer than last week. My play is literally to... My play is honestly just click Earth Power right here. Okay, Randy, let's stop trying to fill my head with lies, okay? Sheesh. I definitely need to go for Earth Power here. Yeah, I was like, because I didn't want to like go for Leech Seed or Seed Flare and miss. So I'm gonna go for the Earth Power. Hopefully it doesn't poison. Oh, thank God. Okay. So my play now is to somehow not get flinch out with Shaman. By this Togekiss. And to do so, I need to not get flinched out at all. I need to also get a Leech Seed off versus it, and then start recovery spamming constantly. He's gonna obviously outpace me because he outpaced Mega Lot. He's gonna do a ton to me, obviously. So I need to literally... Yeah, I have Seed Flare, but it's not gonna do shit. It does 17% max. So I need to synthesis up and hope that he misses. When he misses an Air Slash, I can go for a Leech Seed, and then hope for the best. Okay, yep, we lose. That's fine. I mean, it was a 1-0 loss. I'll take it. I know JB's a really good player. He seemed to prep really well, especially against my offense. So it is unfortunate, of course. But, I mean, it happens. Maybe he'll miss this time, and then we can try and outstall Air Slashes. But I don't think that'll happen. So... It is what it is. I mean, a 1-0 loss to Togekiss of all things. I could care less. So, GG to JB, of course. Very good player. You guys should make sure to check him out if you're watching on YouTube. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy that, make sure to hit the follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button. Next week, I believe we take on... Yeah, we play on DS Gaming next week. Who... I think that I have a much better matchup versus... I'm pretty sure that I can... just win that with Nidoqueen plus Crow, so that'll be interesting, of course. But we will be back next week. I know, right, Randy? Who hits 2 Air Slashes in a row? But yeah, I'll see you guys later, though. Peace out, guys.